Not to switch topics, I want to cover this because this is on the thumbnail. Mike, you sent out a list earlier today. Billboard ranks the top 10 hottest females. They had number 10,
Oh
they had Flo.
yeah.
Number 10, they had Flo Millie. Number 9, they had JT. Number 8, they had Lotto. Number 7, they had Cardi B. Number 6, they had Glorilla. Number 5, they had Ice Spice. Number 4, they had Doja Cat. Number 3, they had Meg The Stallion. Number 2, they had Sexy Red. Number 1 was Nicki Minaj. What's your thoughts on that?
Nicki Minaj is not the hottest female rapper in the game in 2024. And I would like for them, and I'm sure they defined it on the site in their article of what they meant by hottest. But if we talk about who moves the needle right now, I mean, y'all not gonna like me saying this, but Sexy Red's number 1. Ice Spice might be number 2. Nicki only moves the needle currently when she goes on rants. So Billboard, they do a lot of, you know what, we're going to lean on your Billboard charting ability whenever we find it convenient. Because when they put Kendrick at number 2 all time, they didn't give Drake that consideration. But somehow they're probably going to use that when it comes to Nicki here. I don't think Cardi B even registers. She doesn't really have any music out there. Rhapsody got left off. Listen, I'm gonna try to be objective when it comes to Rhapsody, and I'm gonna say something that's very unpopular. Her music's very boring to me, but she does make quality music. She does make quality music, and she does have an audience, and she galvanizes people.
It's J. Cole
stuff, right? It's a Carolina thing, right?
It's J. Cole. My boy,
she should be on that list. You know what I'm saying?
Rhapsody a bar up J. Cole. I said it.
What? You hear that, Ron? Go ahead.
Rhapsody will bar up J. Cole. Yes, I said it. If what I mean, what?
Leroy, come on, man.
Hey,
Leroy, come on, man.
Stop.
I delete later, and please don't cry. What is the better album? If we're always talking about they make albums, you need to make an album. Might delete later. Rhapsody's album, please don't cry. Yeah, Rhapsody will bar up J. Cole.
That's a point. Now I will give you that point.
Okay. I'm not going to even sit here and pretend to know these female artists that very well, like, because I'm not, I'm never going to be playing no Sexy Red or no Cardi B really in my car. But stylistically, right, from what I hear when I hear them rap, to me, the best female on that list is Lotto. I like her style. I like her flow a little bit better than all the rest of the females on that list. So,
and she puts together complete pieces of work too.
Right. Like, and I was going to say that Lotto, to me, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going off of any other criteria other than the bar work. But bar work, Lotto, to me, I like Lotto the best on this list. I mean, I don't think Nicki is in. She's kind of aged out of the hottest. Well, she got a successful tour right now. Her last album was dope, so she's still relevant. But I think Lotto is the one out of the whole list, and then aesthetically, you know what I'm saying. I got Ice Spice as number 1. You know what I mean?
Aesthetically, wait a minute. All right, we're just talking about
aesthetically. We're
talking about in your current run of music and making the best music of everybody that's on that list, I would have to put Lotto at number 1. But if we're talking about hottest and who's moving the needle and all that, man, like Sexy Red has everybody talking about everything. And and I have this theory on Sexy Red. Like, I don't I'm sorry, I put on the screen. Y2K in the building. This is my thing with Sexy Red. People, complain about Sexy Red as they should. But to me, she takes everything that we complain about and turns it all the way up to 10. And my theory is you can get no more ratchet than this, so it has to come back down from here. You know what I'm saying? So she's not playing with the ratchet. She's going all the way up. You know what? I'm going to say everything that's the worst shit ever. So you can't beat that. Everybody else has to dial it back down. I think Joe Budden said something like that. He was like, Cardi B cannot out ratchet Sexy Red. You're gonna have to dial it down now.
That's low hanging fruit. The easiest thing to do is be the most ignorant I can be when the camera's on, because that's going to get me the most looks I could ever get. If I present myself as intelligent, I may not get that many looks. So
she's the only person that could do this. Nobody could come behind Sexy Red and duplicate what she's doing, because you'll look like you trying to do what she's doing. She done took the ratchet roll and turned it all the way up to 12.
I think, man, I think it's a damn shame that our generation, or this generation of rap, is just so in tune and just want to be so ratchet and ghetto and like dumb. You know what I mean? Like what they accept from their rappers. You know what I mean? Like, and that's another reason why they don't like to go back and listen to a lot of that old school music, because like Nas will make one of these little young dudes feel dumb as hell if you listen to him like spit his spitting his knowledge on the raps and his tracks. Just listening to him rap will just make you gotta feel like an idiot like when you hear listening to him. If you think like a guy like even like a 21 Savage or a Lil Yachty is a great lyricist, and then you go and listening to Nas, it's like putting together a puzzle or something like that. Like it's
it's too much to think about. Like, I don't want to think. I just want to vibe. You know what I mean? And if you're partaking in narcotics or drinking heavy or whatever, you really don't want to listen to nobody that's dropping no knowledge. You want to listen to somebody that's vibing.
Opposite. I was the opposite when I was a kid. I tried to find the most complex MCs that would give me a headache thinking about their lyrics. Like I sought out those MCs. Like, let me go find them. I was the opposite. So I don't know why that's not a thing anymore. That was a thing to me. Hey, maybe I was just on something else. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we gotta look at who brought us into that world, right? Like, yeah, I'm like you. Like when I first heard cannabis, I was fascinated. But
right.
Why did that happen, though? I probably through Wu-Tang and my love for Wu-Tang and how they put words together. And then you start looking like, okay, well, who does more than that? Or is there more than that? Or who's more complex? Like Wu-Tang's the perfect storm because you have so many different approaches, so many different personalities, and so many different styles of lyricism all in one group. So you can kind of pick and choose whatever you like for that time period. If you like the Method Man style of lyricism, if you like the Inspector Deck style of lyricism, Raekwon, Jizza, Ghost, like it's all different.
Well, what got me?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Read the chat. Read the chat.
Yeah. Mad Max says, "Glow easily is the hottest and the best." Glorilla? Okay, I see you, Mad Max, repping for the South. Said Glow keeps Megan and Cardi relevant. Wow. Mad Max also says 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. Glow by far. We got a.
I ain't mad at Glow either. She would be second on that list. That I could say that I like her stylistically better than the rest of those ladies.
Man, I can't understand what she's saying. She sounds like
she sounds like a man to me a little bit. She got like a deep she rap. Well, I don't want to even say what I want to say, but she kind of sounds pretty studdish to me. I'll just say studdish.
She sounds alternative.
Yeah.
Alternative. But I got it. I'm excited for the Y2K. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about Y2K. You know, I'm excited about Y2K. I hope my wife not watching tonight, but I'm excited. I'm going to go to the concert. I want to interview. I'm gonna call her manager tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get an interview with Ice Spice. You know.
All jokes aside, I do like Ice Spice's attitude. Like she acts like whatever. Like all the stuff that's happening to her, like she's not too up, not too down. She's like, whatever. Web Visibility with the super chat says, on a serious note, for those of us with daughters, it's a shame that you don't have a Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, or Lauryn Hill for your daughter to be inspired by. Now, I've said this before, and I know we got to wrap up in a second. I do feel like Lauryn Hill taking the break that she did during the time period that she did is unfortunate because there's a whole generation of young women who missed out on what a second, third, fourth Lauryn Hill album would sound like. You know what I'm saying? Like the inspiration, the the intelligence, the lyricism, the melodies, the musicianship. If she would have, she dropped Miseducation in '98. Let's just say Lauryn Hill dropped 3 other albums. She's dropping in 2000, 2002, 2004. She was needed during all of those years.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. She pretty much.
But it is what it is.
She almost bowed out the game when Little Kim and Foxy was really on their run. You know what I'm saying? And especially when Kim was considered Lil' Kim damn near erased her history for a little minute. Like, it was up to the men to represent for Lauryn Hill.
Kim.
But that's because Kim kept going, though. Like, what I'm saying? Like, Miseducation cleared the map, and everybody was kind of waiting to see, like, okay, well, what's next? And then she never came back. It's like, okay, well, it's on to Missy.
Lauryn Hill is a talent that's too far out of here. Sometimes when you're so good, you only got to strike one time, and then you can leave because you're that good. You know what I mean?
No music has ever gotten away with that, though. I don't want to give her that pass because Stevie Wonder was that good, but kept coming.
Listen to Final Hour, girls, and try to write a song like that, or listen to Neurotic Society, Consumerism, or whatever. But we still got Janelle Monáe, but Little Kim, do they even listen to Little Kim? If the young girls never listen to Little Kim, Naked Truth album, did y'all ever listen to that? Little Kim is barring up. What's going on?
But it's a whole different thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lauryn is something you can be inspired by. And that's not knocking, anything that Kim did, because I do think that Kim,
I want to give
the catalog and the impact, she's probably the greatest female MC that we've had, because she just has the work to prove it. And I'm not saying that bar for bar she is the best, but if we want to look at the totality, it probably is Kim. But Lauryn is something else. Like, Lauryn is like that level of consciousness that's needed. Like, you need songs like Doo Wop.
Okay, Mike. So last show I was talking about stop giving hip hop what it wants. Give hip hop what it needs. The artist, give them what it needs, and that means you're not gonna be so cool. Because if I give you what you need, if I give you vegetables and you're like, no, I want ice cream, but I'm like, I gotta give you these vegetables. I'm not cool when I give you these vegetables. You're not gonna like that, but in the long run, you'll appreciate these vegetables. So hip hop, we got to give them what they need. What they need, not only what they want. And if you're gonna give them what they want, you could mix it up. You could mix it. They're
not. Hip hop is not allowed to give people what they need. Really, it's not the labels. The labels are not, they're not gonna allow that. That's why they stopped. And like when I first got into rap, right, it was a lot of revolutionary rap. And then, then the Wu-Tangs came out. Like Ice Cube was revolutionary. Tupac, like all, X-Clan and Public Enemy, and then all of a sudden that got phased out. The revolutionary rap got phased out. The conscious rap got phased out. The black righteous rap got phased out. The 5% of teachers, all of that stuff got phased out. And your boy Jay-Z played a big part in that too. To be honest with you, he played a big part in. And like a lot of that type and that style of music getting phased out of the game. You know what I'm saying? With
lyrics, 5% knowledge and revolutionary knowledge was still in Jay's lyrics.
Not really, man. But anyway, listen. If Mike can't talk Eminem, man, you can't talk Jigga, man. We just gonna keep it like that, Mike. If you gonna stand on it, we gotta put that same criteria on Leroy when it comes to Jay-Z.
I'm with it. There's no point.
But we're not gonna stop talking about. What we're not gonna stop. No, Mike's not gonna talk about him. Leroy, we're gonna try to refrain from him talking about Jay. We're not gonna stop talking about Ice Spice. Let me put that back on the screen. let me wrap up real quick. Y2K is dropped. We talked about her rollout. You know what I mean? We talked about the Hot 97 and those old school radio summer jam shit is done. That's why H2HH is in the game. And we talked about Method Man and how we're going to treat our legacy acts. And we also talked about, Kendrick's Juneteenth extravaganza, the pop out, or whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? So let's wrap up, man. So we're going to go in order. Leroy, what's your final thoughts, bro?
My final thoughts is that I hope that the Summer Jam can come back to its former glory days of just awesomeness. You know what I mean? So again, this is performative arts, y'all, and I encourage not only artists, but I encourage the people watching. I encourage the chat to ask questions, or even let's investigate further. Let's, you know, when you hit that stage, it's beyond just the music coming through the stereo. Now they get to see you. You have to perform. You're not a rapper. We're walking around thinking that we're rappers. 100 years from now, when you go in a museum, they may have your painting on the wall talking about this was a great writer and poet and philosopher. So you thinking rapper. It's like, nah, think greater than that. And that's all I'm saying, man. That's all.
Hey, super duper.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is to the young folks, do the knowledge, recognize the talent, and if you live the street, you better stay silent.
Hey, I love
No
it.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, the only thing I would say before Mike closes this out, we don't want Hot 97 Summer Jam to return. We're done. We're done with that. We're taking it over. They're done. They can't do it. We don't. We the whole mission of this was to get them out the game, out the game anyway. So, peace. I'm glad they're having a flop. Hope they don't come back. Number 2, shout out to Med and Ref, great performers. I saw them multiple times over the years, and they definitely deserve their flowers. And the last thing I'm gonna say, and then Mike, you can take it away, is this: Y2K. Y'all check it out. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah, no, shout out Ice Spice, you know. Shout out Ice.
Well, hip hop is for the people and has always been about the people, and so I think that you have to listen to the people. Me and Tariq Nasheed had a conversation about that, and that interview should be dropping in the next couple of days. So I look forward to everybody seeing that as well. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about his new film Microphone Check and how, you know, hip hop is in the streets. It's always been in the streets and will always be in the streets. And these are moments that we see on a grand stage that the corporations get it wrong and it backfires on them. But speaking of the streets and grassroots, shout out to Kendrick dropping his doing his concert on June 19th. On Juneteenth, I'm looking forward to it. I think that's going to be an epic moment in hip hop as well. But I do think that Kendrick does need to drop an album. He might not need to, but it would be a great time for him to drop an album. And it would be great for the culture if Kendrick Lamar drops an album. And my final statement is up and coming hip hop acts, or just up and coming acts, period. Let's focus on performance a lot more. I know we live in a time where music comes fast, comes and goes, but you really tighten up that performance, man, you're going to outlast a lot of these guys and gals in this game. And hit like and subscribe, man. We appreciate you rocking with us. A2HH here. Mic check. You're out.
All right, y'all. Peace, fellas. Peace.
Peace, y'all. All right, y'all. See you next time.